Citizens of Earth, and esteemed guests, I welcome you all for this major reveal. Um, we've been through the germination phase of these bundle flower seeds. We did the planting, and now I am proud to present the newest members of this planet. Look at these beautiful seedlings. My goodness. I think every seed that I planted has grown, and they're doing so fabulously. I'm so proud of these little plants. One cool thing is you can see that right now they're all bent every which way, but they are so animated. When I put them in the window, they yearn for the sun, and they lean in whatever direction the sun is coming from. And I know that this happens. I've seen it with trees. Of course, we see trees as they lean away from buildings or lean into a clearing of the forest, trying to get as much sunshine as they can. But these plants, I noticed that they were leaning into the sun, and I went ahead and turned it the other way, and within 3 hours, the seedling, or the small little plant there, was leaning in the other direction. So super animated little plants, so cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm impressed, and I'm pleased, and it's so nice. It's been a really relaxing project. And what do we have into this? I mean, just as a recap, what happened is I went for a walk. I saw this plant that seemed interesting. I broke off a couple branches of the seed pods like this. Came home, did about 5 minutes of research, took some dirt out of the ground outside and planted these fellas, and here we are. They're growing. When they first sprouted, you could see they were each wearing the hull of the seed. It was like they were wearing little hats as they came out, and they've since shed those, and they're all breaking into these two-leafed stems. I'm not going to pester this guy too much, but I just want to, I won't bother showing you. You can kind of tell. Here's a good demonstration. It's got these two leaves coming up. They all look that way. And I've been spoiling these guys. I've been marching them around, finding the sunniest window possible. Let me get this out of here before I get in trouble. Finding the sunniest spot possible for them. And I think that I've been keeping the soil pretty moist, although it's drying out now. But these guys are spoiled. You can imagine these growing up in a prairie. They would be covered with all kinds of grasses, dead grasses, and the dry stalks of their elders here, and all different kinds of trees and stuff. They'd have animals coming picking at them, and who knows what. So I think these guys are, they've got a big advantage, not having to compete for sunshine with all those other things. I can't imagine these little things finding their way out of that matrix of undergrowth, just to burst into the sunshine. It's so cool. I get this sort of harkens back to this feeling that I'm having lately, where it's like, wow, this was really freaking easy, getting these guys to grow. But I suppose it should be. That's what life wants to do. These things want to grow, so that maybe they don't need much coaxing. Maybe it's just just give them the opportunity, and they'll do it. One thing I did, I threw the other seeds that I had into the Tupperware of leftover dirt, and I put the cover on that. So let's take a look at that, and we'll see, just what kind of advantage these guys have had compared to the ones that have gotten a lot less light. Let me hold this up here. So this top has been on but not tight because I didn't want the soil to mold. But, oh, holy shit. Excuse my language. Man, well, what's my thesis now? I don't, these guys are much taller than my spoiled children. So these guys really had to fight, and I would say that they've got about double the stem length compared to the ones that I have in the cup. What's that? Would you hypothesize that the ones in the cup have a stronger root, and these guys are sending all of their energy toward stretching out and trying to find sun? Maybe I've coddled these guys too much, and they've now they've got no sense of urgency, whereas these ones are these guys are having to fight. Interesting, full of surprises. I was thinking, when I was talking about these and the advantage that they've had, how they don't have any of that sort of all that dead stuff around them, competing for resources in the spring. That maybe that would be one of the benefits of the prescribed burns or the controlled burns, or the fires that occur naturally, is clearing all that underbrush out and making room for the new growth. And it got me wondering if, I don't know, is that the way it works? Could these seeds from that pod, could they withstand the fire and be able to germinate in the soil? Frankly, I'm not sure if that's how it works, or if the fire just sort of clears the groundwork and then the seeds come in, and that's the way it works. I don't know. But dare I do an experiment and try setting a fire right here in my apartment just to see what the hell happens? I think that I could do something like that. Keep it under control and do it when no one else is home. Maybe we'll give that a try. Maybe we will give that a try. I'm curious to know if seeds like these could withstand a brush fire, and what the success rate would look like. And I've got, I'm wondering too, there are these other seeds of like the wild quinine that I mentioned, which I wish that I had with me right now, but I don't. They're fluffier, like more akin to the dandelion seeds, and I would imagine that those would burn in a flash and then drop the seeds. So maybe next video we'll set a little fire here in the studio, so to speak, and see what happens. So anyway, I just wanted to give a quick update. These guys are doing good. These guys, it seems, are doing even better. Stay tuned. In our next video, we will do a controlled-ish burn right here in the apartment. So stand by, dial 91, get your finger ready for the next digit, and we'll see you on the other side there. Take care.